So we're going to begin today's session. Today is October 5th, 2025. I just want to go over some ground rules. So everything you share in our sessions is confidential unless you disclose that you or someone else is being harmed, or if there's any mention of abuse or neglect, then I am obligated to report that. Does everyone understand?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Yes.
I understand.
Todo lo que se menciona en las sesiones es confidencial al menos de que tengas sospechos de que hay abuso de negligencia o que tú o alguna otra persona está en peligro. Entonces estoy debido a reportarlo legalmente para reportarlo, para asegurar la seguridad de ti y los demás en la familia. ¿Entiendes? Sí. Okay. So let's begin by talking about what brought you to today's session. Who wants to go first? You want to go get him? No?
Okay. Actually, yeah.
Go ahead. What brought you guys here today? Go ahead.
I'm stressed.
Okay. So from a number between, I'm gonna say 1 and 10. How stressed do you feel right now?
An 8.
An 8. Okay. Can you talk to me more about what particularly stresses you out about the kids being sick?
That my youngest daughter is too young to have cough medicine.
That's also your stress? Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
I just said that's right.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so talk to me more about that. Why do you feel like she's too young to be having cough medicine? Do you feel like it's unnecessary for her, or do you feel like there's something else that you could use?
I think it's the medication. It says 2+ years above.
Yeah.
Or maybe because
it's above.
everybody's busy, we have to go to work, and then she can't sleep at night. The baby's waking up constantly, coughing and sneezing, and she feels bad that she's sick and she can't really get enough sleep for the next day to go to work.
Do you feel like that's how you feel exactly?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so talk to me more about that. Who else is feeling like the kids are waking you up at night? So then you guys aren't getting that sleep that you needed. Do you feel like, go ahead.
Because that actually happened last night. Baker wouldn't go to sleep for full nights because he was kept coughing, and then he didn't let me sleep, he didn't let Benny sleep, and he was uncomfortable, it was hot. So what sucks is that can't take away his sickness, you know. So people
And I think that also leads to other problems like waking up in the morning and bad mood and tired, stressed, anxious because at work you're feeling that you did not get enough sleep, that you're gonna go home and the baby's still or getting worse, and maybe that the medicine is not working, or maybe that the caregivers are not paying the same attention as you would if you were at home. And that if you have other kids at home, maybe one of them will make everybody else sick, including the adults. And I think it's also stressful for the partners, that they get stressed because one is stressed and you're not coping the way you need to at home because of the kids.
Oh, most definitely. It's completely valid to feel that way because a lot of the times we forget that when we're caregivers to kids, that sometimes we need to take care of ourselves before we can take care of them. So let's talk about for a minute who is the one that takes care of the kids, or what are the kids doing during the day when you guys are at work?
Well, my kid goes to daycare, but it's a little bit difficult when he is sick because if he's sick, we can't just take him to daycare, so we have to find someone else to take care of him.
And who usually takes care of him when you can't take him to daycare?
Well, before it used to be Celine or Mom, but now Celine's not here, and sometimes mom is able to.
So have you ever taken days off or?
I take good time off, when I don't have like someone to like go on, yeah.
Okay, and then from like 1 to 10, how stressful was that situation? Like trying to, at the last minute, take the time off?
It was very stressful because, it was stressful because like, I think like because it was last minute, like a lot of things had to be shifted, especially because our office runs like on a set schedule. So if I'm not able to, like, they have to find someone to like cover
Your
back, yeah.
Okay, that's completely valid, especially because you know at the last minute you're scrambling around trying to not only coordinate your schedule and how you're going to take care of him, but also the schedule at work, given that you're not going to be there. Let's talk about you guys. Who takes care of your kids when they're sick, or when you're at work?
Well, when I'm at work, Benny, my partner, takes care of him because he exclusively works from home.
Okay. And have you talked to your partner about how that impacts him when he's trying to work from home and you're at work? Does he communicate with you in any time during the time that he's at work? Or when you're at work and he's trying to deal with your sick child?
Yes, sometimes he told me that he is frustrated with Damon when he's sick because he wants all his attention. So, and he can't give him all his stuff because he's working. So,
And how does that make you not being able to be
I
there?
feel frustrated because I can't help out when I'm working.
Yeah. Well, most definitely, because you want to give him that help and support, but you also feel like I can't really do anything at that point
Yeah, and I don't have enough time to take off.
to take off work.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, if you were to take any time off, it would mostly be unpaid. It would be unpaid because you don't have that PTO.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about you? I see that you have your little girl. Is she sick right now?
She is, yeah.
Hi.
Say hi.
Also, I think that
Go ahead.
the fact that her husband works during night, I think he also has to stay up and the lack of sleep. And then for him to go back to bed later in the afternoon, it's also stressful on both of them.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting enough sleep to go and cope and work the way he's supposed to.
So let's talk about that for a minute. How has that impacted your relationship?
Well, it's impacted it a lot because he's always tired, and since his shift is way different than mine, his hours are different, and it leaves us not really spending time together. But hopefully that I can get another work from home day. That way I can help out. Because now my work from home day is Monday, so I just take care of her while I'm working from home.
Okay. And how has that situation been when you're working from home at the house, but you still have her? Like, do you feel? How do you feel about that?
Well, it could be stressful. It could be stressful because she'll scream while I'm on a call. And although they're very understanding, it's stressful.
Okay.
Or maybe because she's fuzzy too, and she's not able to focus on her work and her responsibilities at work because the baby requires more attention than she would otherwise if she were not sick. And I think that's also stressful on
Oh, definitely. So the times that you've had to take off where Ale has said that you take time off or you work from home in order to take care of her sick child when she's unable to, how does that impact your work life?
Well, sometimes I have to go to work because there's, things that I can't do at home, and it takes away most of my responsibilities, and I have to leave them for another day because I really don't have anybody else to cover for myself. So I would just push back on several things, and instead of doing them today, I would have to handle them another day.
And it's great that you're able to step in and you have that flexibility in order, to provide them with some type of like support because, it takes a village and essentially this is your village. But it is hard, it does make it difficult for you because like you said, you don't have anyone stepping in to take care of those responsibilities, so you have to kind of put them aside for another day. And I'm assuming sometimes, they don't recover as fast as we would like them to, and that's, where you have to kind of go in and reschedule a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. Yeah, so let's talk about that. How from like 1 to 10, how stressful has like them being sick become, when they're sick, I guess, a week?
Well, it's very stressful, and I know that I already foresee being really stressed tomorrow working from home. But I think that I might work half a day.
So you already know you're probably gonna have to request PTO.
Yes.
Usted cuando los niños están enfermos, usted tiene como un estrés cuando ellos están enfermos y están aquí en la casa o donde tienen que tomar días las muchachas para dejarlos aquí y los cuiden. ¿Usted siente ese estrés cuando están enfermos?
Yo creo que todos sentimos estrés porque más trabajo cambia el ritmo de la vida, del día. Y triste porque no es fácil lidiar con un niño enfermo.
Y cuando están los niños aquí en la casa que usted nos está cuidando, ¿cuánto del 1 al 10, cuánto diría que le ha impactado a usted es que estén aquí mientras enfermos?
Yo creo que 6, 7. Si no más.
Okay. Sí, válido. Would anyone like to comment on that? No?
I think in general it's stressful because it's like a fire effect.
Yeah.
So because one kid is sick, they all get sick, and it's not like realistically it'd be like a week. But I mean like from my dream it would be like a week. But realistically it's like one kid gets sick and like it gets passed around. And then after that, like, you're taking care of your sick kid, and they're sick, and then eventually, like, you get sick. So it's like a...
Definitely, it's a ripple effect. So not only did you take PTO because your child's sick, now you have to forcefully take PTO because you're sick and you get whatever they catch.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything else they want to talk about? No? Anything else you want to, you're tired? What would you like to talk about? Okay, come on in. Sit. No?
What do you want to talk about, Melanie?
Yeah, I think that's why I feel bad because I see how my children are struggling because their children are sick. And I wish I could help a lot more, but I can't because I also have to work. And I really can't take much time off. I could help 1 day or 2, but there's really not much I can do to help them out because I know they're struggling.
Well, it sounds to me that you already provided that support to them as much as you can. You can't squeeze blood from a stone. So, I mean, I think that that's a strength. And you should also see it as a strength, the fact that, your job is flexible enough to be able to provide that support to them. But at feel at the end of the day it's only gonna be so much. But I do believe that that's a strength that you guys have within each other, that, you know, this is your little village. You have that strength that you can find within your mom, that she's able to take care of the kids. Go ahead.
Sometimes I see mommy and Nana and things and Alex struggling, and it makes me feel sad.
Okay, and why do you feel sad about that? What exactly makes you feel
Because
sad?
I can't do anything.
Are you sick right now? Do you help out with the kids? Yeah? How do you help out?
I help them by taking care of them and feeding bread.
Okay, that's nice. I like that you did that. That's very good. You're such a very good helper. And what, how else do you help? Well, when you're sick, how does that help hurt you? Like, what do you feel like? Is it hard?
When I'm sick,
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so you don't feel good, right? So then, does it make it harder on you, maybe a little more stressful for you to, you know, be sick, be feeling not so good, and then having to deal with your little sister who's sick also? Yeah? How does that make you feel?
Because I get all around because I'm not feeling good. Someone else is not feeling good. I try to help them, but I don't feel good. So it gets overwhelming.
And how do you feel when you feel good?
Sad.
What does that look like? Do you get cranky? Okay. What happens when you get cranky?
When I get sad, I start to cry.
And then you need a little bit of time for yourself, right? Then it's okay to do that, okay? It's okay to say, okay, I feel this is a little much, and then walk away or go and talk to your mom and tell her I need a minute. And then go to your room, and it's okay to cry it out, yell into a pillow. It's okay to feel that, okay? Yes? Melanie? About what?
So, if anyone falls down, you can help them so they can be a friend.
Yeah, most definitely. Are you sick right now, baby? How do you feel? Did you take some medicine?
Yes.
Do you feel better than what you did before?
Yes.
Me too. Okay. Hi. All right. Well, is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about? Do you guys feel like you've aired out your grievances, or?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. You feel good? Well, let's talk about something that we can work on this week now that the kids are sick. What is something that you feel like you can contribute? Like maybe, you know, like obviously the kids are going to be sick for the most of the week, but do you feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 5 minutes that you can take to yourself to kind of de-stress? What do you feel like you can do during that time?
Take a long shower.
Okay, that's your distress. What do you feel like?
Well, if I'm at work, I can cry.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. And what about
I like to read my book on my Kindle.
you? Okay. So let's say you guys have at least something to do to take your mind off. Everything else that you guys don't lose your mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and for the next session, let's go ahead and take that, and you guys every day make sure that you guys do something that's like 5 minutes to yourself, 5, maybe 10, 15 minutes to yourself, and then the next time we'll talk about how that helped or how it didn't help. How's that? Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for your time.